Muy buenos días para todos y bienvenidos a nuestra Masterclass de inglés para el día de hoy de lengua extranjera. Aprovecho para saludarlos a todos. Por favor, escríbanos en el chat de qué colegio pertenecen y manden sus saluditos. Y bueno, hoy tenemos una sesión súper especial que incluso pues va a ser pues el cierre de este ciclo con todos ustedes. Voy a quedar pendiente de muchas cosas que nos faltaron ver en nuestras masterclasses, pero no podía perder esta oportunidad para tener dos invitados muy especiales. El día de hoy precisamente tenemos a Lara Young. Ella hoy va a estar con nosotros practicando our English. Y también tenemos a Kevin. Kevin precisamente es uno de nuestros compañeros. Kevin Martínez, él es del Colegio Débora Arango. Y precisamente hoy estamos los tres, vamos a hablar un poquito de Bridging Cultures Through English, español and everything in between. Ustedes saben que muchas veces uno hace mucho Spanglish, entonces hoy vamos a aprovechar eso. Chicos, les doy la bienvenida. Kevin, ¿cómo estás?
Hola, profe, bien. Ay,
¿Cómo has estado? Bien, bien, bien.
un poquito nervioso de estar aquí con ustedes.
No te preocupes, sí, da como nerviositos. Uno se pone como, ay, Dios mío, masterclass, ay, no. Y
Yes.
salir, no te afanes, yo también me puse muy nerviosa, incluso ahorita, todavía a pesar de llevar tantas masterclass, me pongo nerviosa. Entonces, no te preocupes. Gracias por estar aquí, Kevin. And Laura, how are you today?
Hi, I'm doing well. I'm excited for the masterclass and thank you for having me as a part of it.
Well, no, thank you. Thank you so much for being here. It's a pleasure, I know, to share with you and Kevin today. So I'm very, very happy because we will have the opportunity to share everything about cultures and about our own life, by the way. So that will be great. Okay, guys. So let me start with our presentation. So first of all, we are going to have our welcome activity. That is the regular one. Then we will have something that is it's a section that is called about me, that we call about ourselves. Then we call about us. Then we have remember. Entonces, en esa parte de remember, vamos a aprender un poquito de otras culturas. Vamos a hacer un cultural exchange. Y además, pues vamos a ver cómo la lengua y la cultura están conectadas, o sea, cómo ellas shape our mind. And besides that, we have key points for language and culture. Y como unos tips y finalmente como el misceláneos de la asistencia, todo eso que tenemos ahí. Pero antes de empezar, pues vamos a darles a todos este código. Este código es el código de nuestra comunidad. Ustedes saben que esta es la última masterclass de este año y la idea pues es estar conectados en ese código para saber el próximo año que sí, cuándo empezarían las próximas, digamos, creo que se empieza con pruebas a ver y luego con masterclass, o de pronto seguimos con masterclass y luego pruebas a ver, no se sabe, pero pues este código es importante compartirlo con nuestra comunidad, que lo tengan nuestros profes, nuestros compañeros, sí, entonces ahí aprovechamos, Kevin, y le saludamos a Diana Mora. ¿Quién es Diana Mora?
Is my bilingual teacher.
Yes, you're bilingual teacher. Okay, yeah, so that's so great. Okay, so let's move on to the welcome activity. In this welcome activity, I am going to ask you a question and you need to answer it. Yes, even in the chat, if you are there, answer it. Alexa, good morning in the chat. Alexa is with us. Wow, hello, Alexa. It is so nice to read you. And Juan, good morning. Juan is also here. And Diego, good morning. That's great. I love it. Okay, guys. So, Kevin, how do you feel about sharing your culture? How do you feel?
I feel curious and inspired.
Inspired. Yes, you feel curious and inspired. That's great. So, would you ask Laura how does she feel about her culture?
I don't have
Like
it
you
here.
say, Laura, how do you feel? And you repeat the
Laura, how
question.
do you
Solo me
feel
dices,
about sharing
Laura.
your culture?
Thank you, Kevin. I feel cheerful about sharing my culture because I always like to share and interested in learning about other cultures.
Wow, that's great, guys. Well, thank you, Kevin. You did it. That's perfect. Excellent. Yes, a veces uno como que se siente como curioso, ¿no? Curious and por ejemplo, confused también. Sometimes I get confused. Okay, but that's great. Entonces, quiero que todos me vayan colocando ahí cómo se sienten. Por ejemplo, Juan se siente inspired and happy. Wow, that's great. So, Laura, can you ask me how do I feel about my culture?
Oh, sure. Alexa, how do you feel about sharing your culture?
Sometimes I feel a little bit maybe confused because we have different kind of things in our culture that even I don't know. So that is why sometimes I feel confused because I don't know, for example, from the coast part or from the llanos. From the llanos, I don't know plenty of things and Amazonas, but at the same time fascinated because we have a huge diversity. Wow, that's great. Okay, guys, did you like the question?
No,
Yes.
Okay, so let's move on. Great, Laura. So let's move on to the next one. This one is about me. So wow, in this section. So let me take this for a while. So we are going to know each other. So in this case, what we are going to do is that, for example, I am going to give you an example because I am going to say three sentences about myself. Yes, for example, I am going to say a sentence about my family, about an activity, and about food. But one of those sentences is a lie. So you need to be lie detectors about my information. For example, family. So I can say that my mother's name is Luisa. So I love my mother. So my mother's name is Luisa. Activity. When I was 12 years old, I used to practice karate and tennis. And even then later on, mountain climbing. And my favorite food, let me say something that let's talk about maybe juice. My favorite drink is guava juice. So, Kevin, what do you think? Which one is the lie?
I think that is the food, the drink, guavas, food.
Guava juice. Okay, it could be. Laura, what do you think? What is the lie?
I agree with Kevin. I think your favorite juice is not guava, though I do like that.
Why would you like that? Yes, that's also an excellent question. Yes, yes, that is the lie. Of course, my mother's name is Lisa. I used to practice karate and tennis when I was 12 and 13 years old, and then I decided to practice mountain climbing. Right now, I'm not a sport, a kind of a sport person. No, I'm not right now. And the food, yes, guava juice. I don't like guava juice. It's just that I don't like. I hate it. But I like to use it with powdered milk, o sea, con leche en polvo. Ah, ahí sí sabe rico. Bueno, ahora vamos a empezar. Vamos a empezar. ¿Quién quiere empezar? Kevin or Laura? Let me know.
I can go.
Okay, Laura,
Okay.
go ahead.
All right, I will start. First, my family. My mother's name is Nancy, and she is Chinese. For activity, I like to go rock climbing and I learned in Thailand. And for food, I don't like to eat pan de bono.
Aha. Well, Kevin, what do you think? Which one is the lie? ¿Cuál será
I
la
think
mentira?
the family. Your
The
mother
family?
knows the Chinese.
Okay, maybe the family. I think that the family. I agree with Kevin. That is family.
Should I tell you?
Yes.
Okay, you are both wrong. My mom is Chinese, but the lie is that I like pan de bono. It's my favorite Colombian food. So the lie is that I
Ah,
don't like it.
yes, you said you don't, but you love it. Well, that's great. Okay, thank you, Laura. And Kevin, what about you? It's your turn.
And the first, my I family, my dad, my dad name is Camilo. Activity, I go to walk on the school. And food, I don't like the pizza every day.
Aha, Laura, what do you think? What do you think in the chat, Alexa? What do you think that is Kevin's lies?
I
Or
think
Diego, what do you think? Yes, Laura, go ahead.
I think he's lying about his dad's name. I think his dad's name is not Camilo.
Okay. I think that it is the food that you hate pizza, Camilo. I don't know.
Yes, I
Sorry, Kevin, that Camilo is your father's
Alexandra
name.
is intro. My dad name is Camilo. I want to go to school in Walk, and I like the pizza.
How should you like the pizza?
Yes, I like.
I'm getting confused. I thought that you didn't like the pizza. Oh my gosh. Okay, great, guys. So we get to know each other. Wow, Laura, your mother is Chinese. Wow, that's great. So cultures, we find cultures everywhere. Wow, that's great. I love it. Okay, guys, so let me move to the next part in this section. We call it about us. So about us is that we are going to ask questions to each other. By the way, Laura, you are going to ask questions to Kevin. Kevin, you are going to ask questions to Laura, and you can ask me too. Yes, and even to the in the chat if you want, we can ask or to everyone. I don't know that would like to answer. You can answer the question, and get along with us in the chat. Okay, so Laura, would you like to select a number from 1 to 8?
Sure, I will pick 8.
Okay, so wow, ask Kevin. Oh my gosh.
Kevin, what is your biggest fear?
Mm, my favorite fear it's a spiders
Ah,
because
really?
she has a legs and I don't like the the spiders has a legs. I'm I am fear.
Yes. Wow, Laura, do you feel afraid of, or what is your biggest fear, by the way?
I agree with Kevin. I'm pretty scared of spiders and snakes because there are many poisonous snakes in Colombia.
Wow, that's great. Kevin, would you like to ask me the question about my fears?
Mm, I think the six.
Ah, okay, okay, go ahead. Yes, don't worry. Okay, number
I'm
6.
sorry.
Okay, so sports. Would you like to ask the question to Laura, please?
Yes. Uh, do you like sports?
Yes, I do like sports. I like rock climbing and I like hiking. I don't know if that is a sport. What about you,
Wow.
Kevin? Do you like sports?
Yes, I love it for much. I practice sports in the school, in the trajet to go to school. I love it.
Wow, that's great. And Laura, do you practice rappel down?
Repelling, I do not like to repel. That's my least favorite part of climbing. What
Okay, so
about you?
you like to go up.
Yeah.
Well, when I was young, I used to practice mountain climbing at Suezca. That is a place that we practice here. And I used to practice rappel too, rappel down, rappelling down. It was great. Okay, guys. So Laura, it's your turn. Which number would you like to
Uh,
select?
number three, please.
Number three. Okay, that's interesting. So ask the question to Karen.
Okay, Kevin, what's your favorite animal?
I don't have a favorite animal. I don't have. Every animal I love for me, and I don't like. I don't have a favorite animal.
Interesting.
Yes, I found
And
it
you, Laura,
interesting
what is
too.
your animal? Your favorite animal?
My favorite animal are birds, any kind of bird. That's why I like Colombia, because there's so many different birds here.
Yes. Wow, that's great. Okay, guys, so let me select a number for you. Wait, Laura. Okay, number two. Laura, where do you work?
Oh, so this year I work through a program with the United States Department of State and the binational centers, the Centro Colombos in Manizales and in Armenia. I'm at the Centro Colombo, Armenia right now.
Wow, great. Interesting. Can you ask Kevin the question?
Sure, Kevin, where do you study or work?
I study in Bosa. My school is Durarango Perez School. Eh, ano,
Great, Kevin. Okay, Kevin, select a number. I didn't allow Laura to select the number.
I
The
select
previous one.
four.
Number four. Okay. So ask Laura about it.
Do you like to read?
Yes, I love to read. And this year I've been practicing reading in Spanish so I can improve my Spanish reading. What about you, Kevin? Do you like to read?
Mm, I like and I don't like. I like but it's interesting the books, and it's really I can know some words I don't think. I don't like because I I'm I am start to um, empezar to hate and no more.
Ah, okay, so you like the books that are interested for you, but those ones that you find a little bit difficult or of hate, you don't. Good. Thank you, Kevin. That's great. Okay, so now it is Laura's turn. Which
Okay.
number would you like to select?
How about number one?
Okay, say
Oh,
ask Kevin.
Kevin, where are you from?
I am from Colombia, Bogota. And you, Laura, where are you from?
I'm from the United States, from Oakland, California.
Wow, Oakland, that's great. Excellent. Okay, guys, so now I will select a card for Kevin because I have already done it for Laura. Okay, Kevin,
I
ask
select
this
the five.
question to Laura. Ask this question to Laura.
What is your favorite music?
This is difficult for me. I like all kinds of music, but mostly I listen to pop music, to what's new. What about you, Kevin? What's your favorite kind of music?
My favorite music is the salsa. It
Wow.
caranga too, but the love it is merengue. It's you know
Wow, salsa and merengue. Wow, that's great. And pop music. And more Laura's, I like pop music. Okay, Laura, it's your turn. So it's number seven or seven. Which one do you
Okay,
select?
number seven, please.
Okay, this one.
Uh, do you like to cook, Kevin?
no, I don't like, but I I I can know to cook, but I don't like to cook.
Yes. And Laura, do you like to cook?
No, I agree with Kevin. I also do not like to cook. I'm not very good at it. What
Neither
about
do
you,
I.
Alexa? No.
My water boils and it disappears from the pot. It disappears. I don't know. I'm very bad at cooking, by the way. Everything burns. I don't know. Okay, so let's go to. Did you like this part? So we get to know each other. So
Yes.
that's great. So let's move to this one that is remembered that we are going to learn from other cultures. So something that is very relevant for culture is its literature. So, for example, in this case, we have, for example, Kate L. Brown, that is a poet, and it's American poetry. Poetry sometimes is confusing due to the fact that it uses different language figures like metaphors, anaphors, and sometimes we don't understand. But Laura, could you please read this poem for us?
Sure. The little plant. In the heart of a seed, buried deep, so deep, a dear little plant lay fast asleep. Wake, said the sunshine, and creep to the light. Wake, said the voice of the raindrop bright. The little
Wow,
plant heard, and it rose to see what the wonderful outside world might be.
well, thank you very much. I'm sorry I got ahead. And what do you think about this poem? What is the meaning of this poem for you?
It's a very nice poem. I like poems about, especially children's poetry about plants in the outside world. And so it's a nice story of how a plant, a seed, turns into a plant. A lot of
Yeah.
personification going on.
This is like get out of there that you are going to grow up, like a metaphor. Wow, that's great. And Laura, what about this one? Because I have read William Blake at the university a lot. But in, for example, he makes different philosophical metaphors about how, for example, in this case, is the fly could be a mirror of our own lives. So could you please read it and give me your opinion about it?
Sure. So this is The Fly by William Blake. Yeah, I also read him the last time in university. So, little fly, thy summer's play, my thoughtless hand is brushed away. Am not I a fly like thee? Or art not thou a man like me? For I dance and drink and sing till some blind hand shall brush my wing. If thought is life and strength and breath, and the want of thought is death, then am I a happy fly if I live or if I die? Oh,
Wow,
that is a deep poem. Yeah, I think it's talking about how short life is. It's comparing our lives to the life of a fly, how quickly it goes by.
exactly, yes. It's comparing how short is our life. But I would like to ask you a question. If you are a native English speaker, would you find some of the words inside the poem difficult for you, or that you don't know the meaning by itself? Or is it okay for you to understand the whole poem without? Because I see that, for example, sometimes I fly like D is all English, and sometimes these kind of words are not so easy to understand, even for a native speaker.
Yeah, it doesn't sound very modern, a fly like thee or art not thou. And I think the structure of the poems can be difficult for a native speaker. It's not structured the way we talk.
Yes, it's the structure. Yes. Thank you, Laura. That's great because look, this is a Colombian poem. I don't know if you have heard Rafael Pombo.
Yes, I'm excited to hear this poem.
Okay, so Kevin, can you read this poem for us?
Yes, I can. El renacuajo paseador por Rafael Pombo. El hijo de Rin Rin Renacuajo salió esta mañana muy tieso, muy guapo, con pantalón corto y corbata a la moda, sombrero encimado y chupa de boda. Muchacho, no salgas, le grita mamá, pero él hace un gesto y orondo se va. Halló en el camino un ratón vecino y le dijo: amigo, venga usted conmigo, visitemos juntos a doña ratona, y habrá francacela y habrá comilona.
Wow. Laura, this poem is being taught to us when we are 4 or 5 years old. So we learn it by heart, but there are a lot of words that we don't understand. Even myself, I'm asking myself right now. So, Kevin, ¿qué te parece? ¿Tú encuentras palabras que sean difíciles en ese poema para nosotros como hablantes de español, que uno diga, uy, ¿qué es esto?
Pues en mi idea es mirar en el diccionario
Sí, 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 sí.
y, y como que usarla más en el contexto diario. Sí,
Sí, exacto. Sí, además que, mira que este tipo de poemas se enseñan usualmente a los niños, pero se enseñan y uno se los aprende como niño por las gráficas, y igual que muchas cosas que uno aprende normalmente. Pero eso a lo que va es que muchas veces sabemos un montón de palabras, pero muchas veces no tenemos la noción del significado de esas palabras, ¿sí? Y lo que tú dices, muchas veces es simplemente mirar el diccionario, pero muchas veces uno se queda con este poema así como está, ¿sí? O sea, por ejemplo, que algo diga majo, y uno que es majo, o por ejemplo, francachela, pues debe ser algo así como una reunión de francachela, o sea, pero son palabras que en la poesía reflejan mucho la parte cultural, tanto, por ejemplo, con los niños nosotros leemos tanto poesías en inglés como poesías en español. Y las poesías, por ejemplo, yo veo que en inglés están llenas de muchas metáforas, aunque este también es una metáfora de que tenemos que hacerle caso a nuestros padres, porque él no le hace caso a la mamá, and he is gone, and he has a lot of trouble due to the fact of not behaving. O sea, el poema completo es esa historia. Entonces, es ver cómo desde niños estamos expuestos a la literatura, a este tipo de cultura, y la forma de manifestar esa poesía no siempre es igual. Por ejemplo, en inglés, I find that it's very different, the expressions, and sometimes they use Old English. Y aquí también se podría decir que, por ejemplo, chupa de boda es una expresión que es muy antigua en español, ¿sí? Entonces, es algo que se ve reflejado en nuestras culturas y lo usamos pues con los niños, es curioso. We expose them to this, but that's great. O sea, literature. Bueno, let's share our ideas. Kevin. Bueno, what is being celebrated? Bueno, tenemos dos celebraciones, el 20 de julio y el 7 de agosto. ¿Qué es lo que celebramos en esas fechas?
nuestra independencia, our dependence.
¿Y por qué tenemos dos fechas de independencia?
Porque nosotros está, we our interest depends for on the Spain. We 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 mm, we have a florero of Llorente,
Hmm.
and the second is the in Port of Boyacá.
Yes. Excellent, Kevin. Yes. We have two different dates of independence because in the first one, they were fighting for Llorente's base, Maritza Florero. And there was a period that it was called Patria Boba. So we allowed the Spaniards to conquer us again. And that is why then Bolívar, como dice Kevin, en la batalla de Boyacá, fought for us and he achieved our freedom. So we have two different celebrations. Usualmente el 20 de julio se celebra a nivel nacional, ¿cierto? O sea, las dos son a nivel nacional, pero uno se enfoca mucho en el puente de Boyacá, ¿cierto, Kevin? That's correct?
Y,
Or
y la otra en pleno centro de Bogotá.
yes, that's true. Yes, sí, se entran en diferentes espacios. Okay, Laura, so I don't know, talk to us about the 4th of July. How is it celebrated?
So the 4th of July is our Independence Day, and it's the day the Declaration of Independence was signed. And it's a little bit different. The big thing is that we have barbecues where we grill hamburgers and hot dogs. And then at night, there are fireworks. And we have parades, but they're not military parades, they're kind of more local. But the best part is the fireworks.
Yeah. It's excellent. Yes. I remember that I visited my sister at Miami. Usually the people they don't talk to each other. I don't know why. We have neighbors, but they were in their big houses and we don't talk too much. It's not like in Colombia that you go to the store and you buy a plantain or a tomato. You see my point? It's not like that. You don't have like groceries everywhere. And I remember that this 4th of July was so special for them. It's a huge party. You have to dress in white, red, and blue if you can, with a T-shirt and the flag. And the fireworks are amazing. Yes, that's excellent. Well, thank you, Laura. Thank you for sharing. So now let's move on to our cultural exchange. So in this cultural exchange, let me check something. Okay. In this cultural exchange, what we're going to do is this or that. So you need to select. I am going to show you like two items, food items, by the way. And you are going to tell me which one do you prefer. Yes? By yourself. It could be from the other culture. It doesn't matter. But you could select whatever you want. Ready? Okay. For example, Kevin, which one do you
Me,
prefer? A coffee or cherry Coke?
I prefer the coffee.
You prefer the coffee. Okay. And what
Prefer
about you, Laura?
I prefer cherry Coke. That's my favorite flavor of soda. I miss it.
Wow. You miss it, of course, because we don't have cherry Coke here. I have tasted. I have tasted because we went to a Burger King and there are machines with vanilla Coke, cherry Coke, even chocolate Coke, some different flavors. And I was like, no puedo creer que la Coca-Cola tenga tantos sabores. Wow, that's interesting. Okay, so let me move on. This or that? Which one do you prefer in this part? So, Laura, which one do you prefer?
I prefer iced tea. That's also one of my favorites. Or a half iced tea and half lemonade. That's also very good.
Wow, that's great. Yes, I have my glass here. It's from a famous restaurant that they have those drinks. And Kevin, which one do you prefer?
I prefer,
Colombiana?
yes, I prefer Colombiana.
You were talking to me about something that is called refajo.
Yes,
Can you explain to Laura what a refajo is?
it's easy. But you're invert in a glass some 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 drink to Colombiana and beer.
Oh, like a shandy kind of. I've never tried that.
Yes, and it's the mixture is excellent. You make sure Colombiana with a beer, and that's excellent. That's great. Okay, so let me try the next one. This one. So now, I don't know whose turn is this, Laura or Kevin's?
Kevin's.
Me,
Oh
I
wait,
prefer
or is it my turn? I forget. No, it's
mm,
you. You started with coffee.
I prefer the arepa. I prefer the arepa.
And do you like to eat arepa with something special? Butter?
We I I the arepa I combine with agua panela, with coffee, with chocolate,
Oh, qué rico.
very drinks.
Wow, that's great. And what about you, Laura? Do you prefer pizza or arepa? Have you tried arepa, by the way?
Yes, I do like arepas. Well, different kinds of arepas, like arepa de choclo. But
Mhm.
pizza is one of my favorite foods, so I think I prefer pizza. Though I prefer that looks like a Hawaiian pizza, and I prefer plain cheese.
Okay, wow, that's great. I sometimes I prefer arepa. I don't know why, but you can fill it with different things. For example, with meat or with eggs or I don't know, it's boiled eggs. Oh, it's delicious sometimes. And butter. As Kevin with chocolate, with coffee, with everything is perfect. And pizza, I don't like so much pizza. Anyhow, for example, I live with my cousin and she prefers to have pizza sometimes. So I eat pizza. Mm, I like maybe the 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 one that is with the yes, with the pineapple. I cannot recall the name right now. The name of the pizza. It's with pineapple. Pineapple. This one,
Yeah,
Hawaiiana.
we call it Hawaiian. Yeah.
Yeah, Hawaiian. You call it Hawaiian. Oh my gosh, new word for me. Okay, so what about this, guys? So okay, Kevin, which one do you prefer? Changua or cereal?
I prefer the changua. In
The
Colombia is very
changua.
famous.
Can you explain to Laura what a changua is?
Changua is a soup for it in the breakfast. Her containing is egg, calado, and milk. And you prefer the cilantro too.
Yes, with celery. You put some celery on it. Have you tasted? Have you tried it? What did
Yes,
you did you
I
like?
I agree with Kevin. I prefer changua because I don't like sweet breakfast and I like hot breakfast more than cold. But it's very
Wow.
interesting. It's very different for us.
Yes, the flavor is totally different. And usually, for example, in the United States, I remember that my brother-in-law used to say me, the cereal is there. Y yo, I don't no quiero más cereal. They have plenty of cereals because of my nephew too. But cereal is like something and an oat. cereal or oat. Y yo, chango. It was difficult. Okay, so this one, let me check. This or that. Tamale or pancakes. They're sweet. Okay, so Kevin, which one do you prefer, tamale or pancakes?
I prefer the tamales.
They taste for you better.
Yes.
That's great. Ask the question to Laura. Like,
Mm.
which one do you prefer?
Alright, do you prefer the hotcakes or the tamal?
I agree with you. I prefer tamales, especially the ones in Colombia. They're very good. What about you, Alexa?
Wow, it's a tricky question because when I have tried pancakes, I love the flavor, and I tend to eat a lot of sweet food. That's why I'm little fat. But the tamale is also something that you enjoy to eat. If, for example, in a Sunday that you are relaxing and that you can eat relax, I like tamale too. Yes, and the flavor. And even there are some of them, Laura, if you can try them, that are called hallacas, that are
Yeah.
from Santander Sur. My mother is from Santander Sur, the south of Santander. So she makes some tamales, but they are called hallacas. It's a similar food, but the flavor is more intense. I don't know. It's
I have
another.
not tried it.
Yes,
Hayaka.
they look alike. The only difference is that they are not like I don't know how to say, like a ball, the ball, the shape of the ball, but they are more like a
Uh,
panela. It's the shape is different. The way
like
that they wrap the plantain lips is different. So it's more like a brick, like for calling like that. The shape, the shape is in which it's been wrapped. The food it's different. This is like a kind of ball with a pineapple, pineapple shape, and the
oh
other
yeah.
one is like a brick. That's the only
Oh,
difference. Hmm. Okay, guys, so let's move on to our next one. Wow, that's too much food for you for breakfast. Okay, so it's Laura's turn. Okay, these are called. I don't know if that is a pan de bono or almohábana. I think that is a pan de bono, but it could be an almohábana. So the difference between the almohábana and the pan de bono is that the pan de bono is a little bit like more rounded, and the almohábana is yes, and it's filled with sometimes with bocadillo, something
uh,
that is a guava kind of a sweet. So have you tried pan de bono and almohábana?
yes, and I love them both. I prefer bandabono and almohabana.
So for our exercise, this is going to be a pan de bono.
Okay, great. So I would choose bandabono because that's one of my favorite foods in Colombia.
Wow, that's great. And Kevin, which one would you select?
Eh, I prefer the pan de bono too.
Wow, that's great. Let me ask you something, Laura. The pies. Do you like any kind of pie, like cherry pie or apple pie? That you say, yes, I like this. We use apple pies for Christmas or for.
Yeah, I really like apple pie as well. We only have it on in my family on Thanksgiving and Christmas. So we have it on special holidays.
Special holidays, yes. And do you know how is it made? No.
Um, my dad makes it, but I know that he buys the dough from the store and that he mixes the apples, cinnamon, and sugar, and he bakes it.
Wow, that's great. Yes, because everything is on the store, so
Yeah.
great. So apple pies. Yes, when I was, we usually when I went there, we used to go to Costco. Costco used to have pies, and they sell a lot of things. And I saw the pies, and I was crazy taking pictures of the pies because usually when we learn English here, uh, our teachers talk to us about the pies. And yo, ¿pero qué es eso? The pies. Y yo, apple pie. Y yo, apple pie, what is that? And when you see it, when you see the thing that you had been studying in your English language course, you say, oh, that's interesting. That is a pie. And you tried it. For example, you, changua, you tried it, and it gets a different meaning in you when somebody talks to you about changuas. So that will be great. Okay, so now let's move on to our strategy to learn language and culture, which are connected. So language learning. Language learning brings a lot of things. So as I told you, everyone, we need to study Spanish, not Spanish, but we need to study German, English, Portuguese. In the case of Laura, Spanish. So the idea is to know different languages to be aware of. And this is the question for you. So, Laura, what advice would you give us to learn, for example, in this case, English? To Kevin and me, which advice would you give us? And to everyone in the community?
I think the advice I like to give is that comprehensible input is very important. I guess that would be entrada comprensible. That I would encourage you to listen to native speaker content in English, like TV shows and YouTube and movies, and to read. And you want it to be pretty close to your level, just a little bit beyond. And that's one of the best ways to develop vocabulary. And also to not be scared to speak, to practice speaking right away as well.
Wow, that's great, Laura. Yes, not to feel afraid of speaking. I think that, for example, I don't know, yesterday I was practicing French. I don't speak French at all. I am in menos C2 of the Common European Framework, la inversa. I don't speak French, but I was learning words and activating them immediately, like merci beaucoup and monsieur, allez, allez, all those words, activate, not to feel afraid of making mistakes. And Kevin, what advice would you give Laura to learn Spanish?
Um, it's kind of some words and the vocabulary in Spanish. Eh, read and listen eh, audios and books in Spanish, and no more. I think that
Thank you.
Wow,
That's
that's
good
great.
advice.
Thank you so much. Look, Juan is telling you in English, listen to audiobooks. And let me check in the chat and learn words. And also the consistency. That is, it's excellent. Consistency is the key to learn any language. If you learn 15 minutes every day, and you practice and you practice and you practice, it makes the language not perfect but permanent. But for example, I haven't practiced my Japanese, I haven't practiced my Deutsch, I haven't practiced, so I tend to forget all those languages because I haven't practiced. Even in Spanish, if we don't talk to anyone and we get out for a long period of time, we tend to forget our own language. It's amazing how language works. So, second question. Okay, this is confusing, but do you know, Laura, do you know any words in Spanish or, yes, in Spanish that are, no, in English. Do you know any words in English that are funny or confusing?
I was thinking of words that sound the same in English and Spanish that confuse me. So, like decepcionar in Spanish, or in English, you'd say like deception. In deception, when you deceive someone, you trick them, or but when I heard someone say in Spanish for the first time that they were decepcionado, I was so confused because they were disappointed in themselves. So
Mhm.
that's a hard one for English speakers learning Spanish, because whenever I hear decepcionado, I think you're being tricked by someone, but you all mean disappointed. So that is a tricky one for me.
Wow, yes, that is a trick. I didn't know that, but you make me aware of that because we usually say, ah, es que estoy decepcionado. Yes, and we mean disappointed, no, not deceived. Oh my gosh, I have to study again. Okay, so Kevin, do you know any words in Spanish that are funny or confusing, uh, even for us or for a foreigner?
Yes, I can know some words of English, but I don't have any words. I am confusing. I am, and where I find the significate. I am funny, but I think that it's great for my investigation.
Yes, the false cognates, they have a different meaning. For example, carpet, we tend to say that is carpeta, but it's tapete. It's confusing the false cognates. It's a tricky part. Yes, the false cognate, and they are very funny because sometimes you can be saying something different to a foreigner. For example, you can say something such as, I want to sit down on your on I know I want to write I need a carpet to put my papers on it. Eh, what are you saying? They are funny. Yes, so it's weird. Just because carpet is tapete, no carpeta. So it's confusing. All of them are confusing sometimes. False cognates. And what about Kevin? What is the most difficult thing about learning English for you? For you.
Um, I think for me, I think that is listen
Listen.
the audios, the formulas. I think, but I don't understand some words, but but it's okay for me.
Yes, for me too. I'm very bad at listening. Even in Spanish, I change Shakira's songs, lyrics, and everything. So even if I listen and I don't watch the lyrics, the closed caption, I change everything because my musical intelligence, if I don't take notes, I forget. So, Laura, what about you? What is the most difficult thing about learning Spanish for you?
I think for me, it's the pronunciation. 'Cause I have a very strong gringo accent when I speak Spanish, but also some sounds like R that I can only say it with some words, and it's very difficult for me to roll my R's. So the
Yes.
sounds and the pronunciation.
You remind me a friend that we were asking him to say, El carro está caro. El carro está caro. And he said, El carro está caro. El carro
See,
está caro. It's
yeah,
the same.
that's what I sound like.
I say, he was like, it's difficult, they are. Yes, and for us, I think that pronunciation is when we did the pronunciation talk. For example, I used to say chocolate. Chocolate is different and different words like salmon, salmon. You see my point? So I was saying different words that were not correct And I was like, oh my gosh, pronunciation is difficult. But yes, it's like you are not aware of the sounds. And for example, tomate, we say ta 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 ta, ta. We touch the teeth, the back of the teeth, and we say to mate. And the T in English is alveolar. So it's
Mm.
tomato, tomato. The R doesn't touch the paladar, so the R caro, the caro is the caro, and we say the car is in English. So that's pronunciation. It's yes, I agree with that, and with Kevin too. Okay, so now guys, we are going to move to our match. I don't know how to call it. It's a game. So we are going to have five different idiomatic expressions. You know that idiomatic expressions modify the way that we think about our culture. Yes, maybe you don't know what is the meaning of that, so don't worry. Give the meaning that you think that it is. Yes, and I'm going to give you some points if you get correct. For example, let me show you. We have number one, Laura. Vas a tirar la casa por la ventana. Kevin is going to read that for you. Yes. And he's going to ask, Laura, what does it mean? Vas a tirar la casa por la ventana. And you give the opinion of what you think. And Kevin is going to tell us if that is correct or incorrect. Do you see my point? And the same for you. For example, break a leg. Yes. So no se preocupen por decir lo que a ustedes se les ocurre de primeras, o sea, es lo que uno cree que es, ¿sí? That's okay. Y vamos ahí a sumar unos punticos. Por ejemplo, Kevin, ask the question, Laura. Entonces, ¿qué significa? Le puedes preguntar en español y Laura te va a preguntar en inglés. ¿Listo? Para que ella practique su español y tú practicas tu inglés. Entonces tú le puedes decir, Laura, ¿qué significa vas a tirar la casa por la ventana?
Laura, ¿qué piensas sobre vas a tirar la casa por la ventana?
Ugh. Throw the house out through the window. Maybe it means like you're being really wasteful, like getting rid of everything. I'm
Yes,
not
like
sure.
that you are spending too much. Yes.
Yes.
That you are spending too much. ¿Es eso correcto, Kevin? Como que uno va a tirar la casa por la ventana, es que va a gastar mucho en algo.
No, es como hacer una fiesta. Es como hacer una fiesta. It's a make party. Y
Pero sí, sí, Kevin, sí es. O sea, cuando tú dices, por ejemplo, es que van a hacer una fiesta, ¿cierto? Y uno dice, uff, va a tirar la casa por la ventana, es que va a gastar mucho en la fiesta. ¿Sí ves?
Ah.
It could be. O sea, por ejemplo, uff, es que vas a tirar o sea, por ejemplo, se van a casar y van a tirar la casa por la ventana porque van a hacer la reunión en el hotel más costoso de Dubái. Van a tirar la casa por la ventana. Yo sí me fue, entonces sí, sí podría ser el gasto. Entonces, ¿tú qué dices, Kevin? ¿Le damos el punto a Laura o no?
sí, yo creo que sí. I'm thinking, yes.
Listo, entonces vamos este, Tin, listo, punto para Laura. No, Kevin, te toca. It's your turn. You're break a leg. No, me Laura, te toca.
Okay, Kevin, what do you think it means break a leg?
Yo pienso, I think that is is a fracture to the leg.
Like a
Okay,
broken
that is,
leg. You've a
Yes.
fracture.
yes. Of course, claro, uno, bueno, aquí entra el inglés, Spanish o el between. Spanglish soy yo. Entonces, sí, claro, por ejemplo, uno piensa que break a leg es romperte una pierna, ¿cierto? Literal. But what is the meaning of that, Laura?
So the real meaning of break a leg is good luck.
Good
We
luck.
say it in theater often because if you say good luck, that's bad luck. So you want to do the opposite, just tell them to break a leg and something really terrible happened, and that really means good luck.
Good luck. Break a leg. Eso
Buena
es como
suerte.
cuando uno dice en español, ay, ¿cómo sería? In Spanish, I don't know. We have an expression, but I don't know right now. Ok, Laura, ¿le damos el punto a Kevin o tú qué dices?
Well, he is correct that a broken leg is a fracture, but in this
Yeah.
case, no.
Ok, Kevin, te toca number 2. Pregúntale a Laura.
¿Tú qué piensas que eso es pan comido?
So this is bread that's been eaten already. Eso es pan comido, eaten bread. So like this is finished.
¿Es correcto, Kevin, que es algo que se acaba? ¿Eso es pan comido? ¿Está terminado? ¿Tú qué piensas?
No. No.
¿Por qué? Explícale a Laura qué significa eso de
Pan
eso es pan
comido.
comido.
Pan comido is on for easy.
Ah.
Ajá. Como piece of cake. Ay, ya la embarré. Eso es
Wow.
pan comido. Eso es pan. Bueno, entonces Laura no gana punto. Listo, Kevin, te toca. Laura, pregúntale por eso.
Kevin, what do you think it means? This is a piece of cake.
Ya me ayudaron. It's help me, but it's pan comido.
Good job.
Pues les
Exactly.
voy a dar el punto a Kevin. Excelente. Muy bien, muy bien. Ok, ahí hubo trampa, ahí hubo ayuda exagerada. Ok, Kevin, pregúntale a Laura qué significa pilas con meter la pata.
Ahora, ¿qué piensas con pilas con meter la pata?
So I know pilas is like pay attention. So pay attention where you put your foot. Just stay out of someone's business. Like pay attention to where you, or I'll just put that, pay attention.
Ok. ¿Qué piensas, Kevin? ¿Le damos punto a Laura? ¿Está bien?
I think yes, but yes. I think
Sí,
yes.
por lo general, como por ejemplo, cuando alguien va a hacer un negocio, uno le dice pilas con meter la pata, o sea, that you make a mistake on that. Be aware of making mistakes. Pilas con meter la pata. That's the meaning.
Oh, okay.
Pilas con meter la pata. Or that you have the power to do something, but you need to be aware of. For example, if mothers usually tell their girls, pilas con meter la pata and be pregnant and get pregnant. You see my point? Pilas con meter la pata.
So like don't mess up.
Don't
make
mess up. Exactly. Don't mess up. That's the word. Okay. So, punto para Laura o no, Kevin, ¿tú qué dices?
Yes, I think.
Very kind.
Great. Okay. So now, Laura asks about this one. Number 3.
Kevin, what does it mean when I say I feel under the weather?
I think that you have in here, but your thing has in other world.
You're thinking in a different world.
Yes.
Yes, that you are thinking out of your mind, that you are overthinking about something.
Yes.
Your head is somewhere else.
Your head is somewhere else. So, do you agree, Laura? Under the weather?
Unfortunately, no. When you feel under the weather, it just means I'm feeling sick. I
Yes.
don't know the origins of that. It's very strange. But yeah, when I feel under the weather, it means I'm sick.
Yes, that's true. It's when you say, Oh, I'm dying. I feel under the weather. O sea, que tienes fiebre, que tienes de todo. Y entonces uno dice, I feel under the weather. Very well. Okay, Kevin. Don't worry, don't worry. We have more points here. Bueno, pregúntale a Laura por esta, por la 4.
Laura, ¿qué piensas con no tengo pelos en la lengua?
Okay, so I don't have hairs in my tongue. So that means I can't taste anything, right? 'Cause I'm unable to taste anything.
¿Qué piensas, Kevin? Oh, I can taste. No puedo tomar nada. ¿Será que significa eso? ¿No tengo pelos en la lengua?
No, it's not your significant.
Dile a Laura que what is the meaning of no tengo pelos en la lengua.
Mm, no, I don't have idea. Sorry,
No,
I don't have.
I have the idea. It means that you are blunt, that you are totally direct, that you don't keep anything for yourself, but you say directly. Es que yo no tengo pelos en la lengua o que cree, papito, yo le digo todas las verdades. Es
Ah,
cuando tú dices, es que yo no tengo pelos en la lengua, por eso te estoy diciendo la verdad. O sea, I'm blunt. Too direct, by the way, too blunt. Demasiado
I like.
directo. Esto está enredado, sí. Muchos pelos en la lengua. Ok, Kevin, ¿qué es eso de number 4?
What does it mean to hit the hay? When I say, I need to hit the hay.
Yes.
Mm, I think.
That's
Mm,
difficult. Don't worry, if you don't know it, you just can say, I don't know, because, for example, when I saw it at the first time, I say, I don't know. What do you think, Kevin? Do you know the meaning of hit the hay
I
now?
think. I think that is hit o golpear
Mm-hmm.
eh, the the floor, the, the piso, el piso.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Yes, Laura, what is hay, by the way?
Hay, it's like a what the wo- it's I don't know the word in Spanish. It's what pigs and horses eat. Like the dried grass that they eat.
Ah, yes. It has some those, they are in kind of cubes that they eat.
Yes.
Los cuadrados, I don't know in Spanish either right now. Esos cubos de pasto que se hacen para los ganados que son cuadrados. If you know the meaning, write it down there in the chat because I don't know. Pero sí, eso tiene un significado. El hey es, ay, even I don't know the word in Spanish right now. I know it, but I don't have it here right now. Como los cubos de paja, la paja, pero pues es paja, paja. Yes, that's
Okay.
really like this. But what is the meaning, Laura? What is the meaning of hit the hay right now?
So I think I might give it to him because when you hit the floor, you do that when you're really like you're so tired that you would fall down and hit the floor, and hit the hay means go to sleep. Like I'm really ready to go to sleep. I think it comes from like cowboys and the times that people would sleep on hay or have hay in their mattresses.
Wow, that's great. But parents usually say kids, for example, hit the hay right now.
Yeah, time to go to sleep.
Go to bed. Yes. Wow, that's great. Go to bed. Yes, or time to go to sleep. Okay, and Kevin asked Laura about number 5.
Number 5. Okay. How you think that estás en la luna?
Okay, estás in the I'm in the moon. In English, we have an expression over the moon, which means I'm really happy. So that's my guess. This means I'm so happy. I'm in la luna.
It's similar. So, Kevin, ¿sabes el significado de estás en la luna?
Eh, the significance is you have in other word. It's the significance for me third in the three English part, and you have in other word.
The meaning, yes, it's like being on the moon. Over the moon is that you are very happy, that you are hilarious. But you are on the moon is like, for example, you are very distracted and you get like, and your mother says, "Hey, are you on the moon?" But in Spanish,
Ah,
estás en la luna. The wake up. Yes, sometimes it's like wake up. You are on the moon. O sea, como you are not here. You are like overthinking, similar to overthinking too.
your head is
Yes.
in other places. You're daydreaming, or we say your head is in the clouds. We use the clouds.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. Your hair is in the clouds is the same as estás en la luna. Wow, it's a difference. And now we have the final one that is when. Okay, Laura, please
Okay,
ask Kevin.
Kevin, what do you think it means when I say when pigs fly? That'll happen when pigs fly.
Hmm, is I think that is a pron no pronoun is a phrase so when you don't pray your some person, yes, but when when the pigs fly, just no
Remember that we can switch to Spanglish, Spanish, English. Don't worry. Go ahead.
cuando los cerdos vuelen es como una cosa de que no va a pasar si los cerdos no pueden volar, sí.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you got it. It means it's impossible. It will never happen because pigs can't fly.
Yes, correct. So you got a tie. Yes, it means that when you say, for example, when you ask your father, Father, I want to buy a car or a moto, a motorbike, no sé qué, ta, ta, ta. When the pigs, when pigs fly, when pigs fly means that no, no way. Cuando los cerdos vuelen, te compras la moto. Y eso no va a pasar. Great, guys. Thank you so much. Bueno, haciendo este ejercicio, we start to learn that there are different ways to see culture, yes, and idiomatic expressions are one of them. So, something that we need to keep into account. Did you like the exercise, by the way? The exercise of the idioms?
Yes, I learned a lot.
Okay, and Laura, what did you learn?
I learned different meanings, like for being blunt is no tengo pelos en la lengua, and
Okay.
estás en la nubes. Oh no, estás en la luna is different. It's like our version of estás en la nubes. So
Wow. And you, Kevin, what did you learn from the previous exercise?
mm, it's interesting, but I have some words I don't know.
Mhm.
Eh,
Yes. Like confusing sometimes.
yes.
Sí, porque, por ejemplo, el hecho de que uno diga en inglés, estás en las nubes y nosotros estás en la luna, they are alike, they are the same, they mean the same. But for example, I remember that I had an examiner, an English examiner from Trinity College London exams, and he was like, this person is telling me all the time that if I am pulling, if I am taking her hair, me estás tomando el pelo, taking my, are you taking my hair? Are you taking my hair? I'm not taking their hairs. Yes, so I don't understand why they repeat that I am taking their hairs. And I was like, it's because in Spanish you say, are you taking my hair is the same that are you pulling my leg. And he
uh,
was like, ah, but he was a little bit upset. but it was because he was using an exercise that they say, "No, are you taking my hair?" And they did the translation in a literal way, so there was a misunderstanding and a break in in the communication. It was funny, but a break. Bueno, vamos a ver some key points for language culture. Bueno, yo pienso que, I don't know, Laura, can you read this, please?
Sure. The secret link between language and mindset. Did you know that the way you think can change depending on the language you speak? Exploring how language shapes your worldview reveals fascinating cultural insights.
Okay. So, Kevin, do you think that when we learn a language, for example, English, you change the way you think?
I don't understand.
Okay, it's okay. But tú piensas que cuando, por ejemplo, nosotros aprendemos un segundo idioma, a second language, empezamos a cambiar la manera de pensar.
Yes. Sí,
¿Y por qué? ¿Por qué te parece que sí
mm,
podría ser?
porque ya estamos hablando en dos idiomas, ¿sí? Por ejemplo, el español, nosotros decimos un ejemplo, vaya, ¿sí? Pero nos estamos refiriendo a una ir, al verbo ir, o la valla del
De la
vestuario.
valla, de la fruta. Sí.
Es igual en inglés, ¿sí? Algunas palabras son casi iguales que las otras, ¿sí? Por eso estamos pensando diferente en otro idioma.
Claro, la manera de pensar, o sea, recuerden que el lenguaje es la base de muchas cosas, hasta de las matemáticas. ¿Sí? O sea, cuando uno dice uno, es UNO y la está uniendo desde muy pequeño. Entonces, el lenguaje como capacidad del ser humano moldea también el cerebro y hace que las conexiones neuronales que se crean creen diferentes formas de ver la vida. Por ejemplo, en japonés uno usa las partículas. ¿Sí? Entonces, por ejemplo, hay partículas que no tienen traducción. Por ejemplo, watashi no hon des. Bueno, hay cosas por decir, ese no tiene una traducción específica. Entonces te empiezas a volver consciente de tu propio idioma. Por ejemplo, ahorita lo que hicimos en el ejercicio de estar en las nubes o estás en la luna, ya uno hace la conciencia de que estar en la luna y en las nubes son dos maneras de moldear en forma cultural la manera de expresar algo. Y eso te puede permitir entender otros modismos en otros idiomas. Entonces es súper interesante. Ok, so now, Kevin, can you read this?
Yes, cultural cuties hidden in everyday expressions. Every idiom, gesture, or joke carries a piece of story. Understanding these cuties can make your sound more natural and even help you think like a native speaker.
Yes, the cultural codes. Entonces, como que hay unos códigos que están encriptados en cada parte cultural de cómo lo decimos. Por ejemplo, la gente británica usualmente dice a storm in a teacup. ¿Sí? O sea, es que tú haces una tormenta en una taza de té. Nosotros decimos, es que tú haces una tormenta en un vaso de agua porque para nosotros es más importante un water of glass que un cup of tea. ¿Sí ven? Entonces, cada uno va colocando, por ejemplo, lo que nos decía Laura ahorita de hit the hay. Yo no la había tomado, claro, el hay, y viene de la cultura cowboy, ¿sí ven? Que los niños se van a dormir, o sea, las figuras de lo que nos rodea es como moldeamos nosotros nuestra cultura y nuestras expresiones. What do you think, Laura?
Yeah, I definitely agree. For example, vas a tirar la casa por la ventana. And I was like, oh, it just means wasteful. But Kevin's like, it's when you prepare for a party. And that makes me think about the importance of fiestas in Colombia. Or thinking in my mom's language, in Chinese, the way they ask, how are you? they say, have you eaten rice? Like chifan lema. So this shows how important food is in the culture. So the idioms really help you understand more about what's important.
Yes, thank you. And also because, for example, I have forgotten that fact that you have grown up with both cultures. So the American culture, the Chinese culture. So it's because the influence of the mother tongue. I imagine that you speak Chinese.
Only a little bit.
Great. So it's interesting to see how yes, everything is being molded by the way that we share our culture and everything. And also, for example, why emotions are the fattest teachers. Okay, because when we connect our emotions with feelings, and of course our emotions, feelings, and with fluency, it helps a lot. If we connect those emotions, the way how do we feel, we are going to remember more things. Yes, for example, if we feel happy about something, we tend to remember more specific words that we are learning. Maybe if we are learning jokes. Yes, so that would be very interesting. And the cultural mirror effect. I like this. Laura, can you read it for us?
Sure. The cultural mirror effect. Learning a new language doesn't just teach you about others, it teaches you about yourself. You start to see your own culture in a completely new way.
Excellent. So something that I have discovered, I don't know, is that when you get aware of the difference that are being established in another culture, you start to be aware of your own culture. Por ejemplo, en México me dijeron, ¿quieres ir a comprarte a comer un tamal dulce? Y yo, tamal dulce, what is that? Cuando fuimos, pues habían tamales de chocolate, de fresa, de vainilla, y yo, what is this? Pues esos eran los famosos envueltos que nosotros les decimos envueltos, pero con diferentes sabores, ¿sí? Entonces yo dije, esto no lo tengo en mi cultura y me vuelvo consciente, I get conscious of my own cultural effect, ¿sí? My mirror, cuando yo me doy cuenta de que, por ejemplo, nosotros comemos más empanada que un pie de cherry, ¿sí? Un cherry pie. Entonces uno se vuelve más consciente de lo que su cultura no tiene y lo que otras culturas tienen para ofrecerte. Entonces, it's interesting all of that. Okay, think a short period of time. Let me check. Kevin, tú les ganas a todos. Fray dice, tienes una fan, Kenny, Adana. Te está haciendo barra. Les ganas a todos, genial. Bueno, vamos a ver un poco ese menti, pero pues obviamente si quieren den las respuestas ahí en el chat. Digamos que es más que todo como para mirar si nosotros tenemos questions or something to ask, ¿yes? Entonces, pues obviamente tenemos aquí nuestras culturas, incluso yo me atrevería a decir que tenemos la representación de Colombia, pero también tenemos representación de la cultura, por ejemplo, contigo, Laura, y con todo el respeto, pues de la cultura americana y la cultura china. Yo la tengo, por ejemplo, en mi caso es mi mamá, que es santanderiana, entonces es la cultura de ella. Mi papá era paisa, entonces yo tengo esa cultura paisa, e incluso dentro del mismo país hay como esa clasificación de geográfica cultural. Entonces, pues lo primero que vamos a hacer es, obviamente, si alguno, o sea, lo pueden contestar ahí en el chat si tienen preguntas. Entonces, es si tienen preguntas para nuestros guests. Entonces, yo sí tengo preguntas. Entonces, yo voy a hacer preguntas. Entonces, por ejemplo, Kevin, what do you think about culture and language? O sea, ¿qué piensas de culture and language? O sea, ¿piensas que, o sea, ahorita piensas que la cultura está conectada con el lenguaje o tú piensas que tal vez, pues sí, pero no? What is your opinion?
pero no.
I don't know. Exacto. Pero, por ejemplo, te diste cuenta de las expresiones idiomáticas, ¿cierto? Tomándolas. ¿Tú crees que nosotros, por ejemplo, esas expresiones idiomáticas por ejemplo, no tiene pelos en la lengua o, sí, esas expresiones como tal, ¿tú crees que reflejan parte de nuestra cultura, el español como cultura?
Yo pienso que sí. I think that yes.
Excelente.
¿Por qué? Porque son dichos por ejemplo, los cerdos no, cuando los cerdos vuelan, ¿sí? Entonces, esa es un dicho en Estados Unidos que en Colombia casi no se usa, ¿sí?
¿Cierto?
O sea, tienen variaciones, pero no son lo mismo.
Sí, es correcto. And Laura, maybe how do you think that we could be, yes, not exposed, but that we can be in touch with the culture of English, for example, because it is something that there are different devices like watching TV, like watching YouTube, but sometimes the information that is in YouTube is not appropriate. So, what is your suggestion to a person who cannot travel but would like to be close to culture?
Good question. I do think you're right that one way is there's so much media that comes from the US, like movies and TV, and that is one expression of our culture. But the best way, I know that in Bogota, there are many people from the US. And so I feel like the best way is through intercambio, through interchange, through talking with people from the US who are probably so excited to talk back.
And do you know some kind of clubs that, for example, we can exchange information?
I don't know any clubs in Bogota, but I do know that every Centro Colombo is an American space, and that's an open space where people are always welcome to go and where they have some American culture programming as well. And you do not need to be a student to go to these types of events.
Great. Thank you. Yes, for example, at the Colombo, we can watch movies in English for free. So it's a way to get an approach to the culture in an interested way. Well, thank you, Laura. Thank you so much. Okay, so this is like let me check. Kevin, what was the most useful part of this masterclass? ¿Cuál fue como lo que te pareció más útil de esta masterclass?
Yo pienso que fueron los dichos. Es-
Por el intercambio cultural. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you so much. And Laura, what do you think? What do you think that was the most useful part of this masterclass?
Well, I really enjoyed playing this or that and also comparing the two Independence Days. But I think I agree with Kevin that I learned a lot from the dichos, from the idioms as well. And so that was really enjoyable for me.
Okay, guys, that's great. So thank you very much. And now we will go to the closure. Did you know that idioms are a bit like secret codes shared by people who speak the same language and region? Son como secretos, o sea, como decía Kevin, la expresión de los cerditos, eso yo no lo entendería acá en español, pero en inglés, obviamente, ya uno tiene su cultura. Pero, por ejemplo, Laura, can you help me to read this when someone says I'm blue?
Good. When someone says I'm blue, it doesn't mean they're actually blue. Idioms help people feel connected, like being part of a club where everyone understands the hidden meaning behind those funny phrases.
Great. Exactly. So when I say I'm blue, it doesn't mean that I am colored blue. By the way. Pero resulta que en ese orden de ideas, sí, I'm blue, como la película de Intensamente, que era blue, que todo el tiempo estaba así triste. Entonces, what's wrong with the picture? ¿Qué es lo que está mal con el dibujo? O sea, ahí hay algo mal. There is something wrong with the picture. Why? Kevin, what do you think?
I think that it no is your till she is not blue. She
She's not blue.
she's she's
Yes. Yes, that's the thing, that she is not blue, she is happy. Yes, when you say I'm blue is because you are sad. Entonces, le acertaste, Kevin. Thank you so much. Bueno, guys, entonces, bueno, ya aquí finalizando, recuerden firmar su asistencia, aquí escanear el código, incluso en el chat tenemos la asistencia para que ustedes la coloquen ahí. Y pues recuerden unirse a la comunidad. Y finalmente quiero darles a todos muchas gracias. Thank you very much for being with us. Kevin, thank you very much. Laura, it has been a pleasure to have you both here. Gracias por acompañarme en esta última masterclass de este año. Espero que a todos les gusten. Y bueno, un abracito a Kiss for you too. Y Laura, see you in the afternoon. Y
Yeah.
Kevin, thank you so much. Nos vemos ahorita para lo que te va a enviar.
Thank you
Gracias,
thank you.
guys.
so
Si quieren
much.
despedir. Gracias, Kevin. Gracias, Laura. Eh, si quieren despedirse, ahí todos los están viendo ahí.